If you could let the record reflect that we have all board members here, except for Mrs. Tidy. Okay. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If we could go down to the approval of the agenda, we do have one addition here. We are looking to hire Trevor Thibault for the head boys track coach. So do
Ray, you'll make that motion.
A second.
I have a first and a second. We're going to have to roll call everything. Julie?
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes. Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler.
Yes.
Tina is trying to get on. She's just having some issues. So I sent her the link again. So hopefully she can get on. All righty, we move on to the election of board officers. First up, do I have a nomination for president?
I nominate Harold for president.
I have a first. Do I have a second?
Randy seconds.
You got that, Julie? We have a first
Yes,
and
I do.
second. Do I have any other nominations for president? All right, then we are closing the president, and we are going to take a roll call vote for Harold Kibbe to be president of the Manton Board of Education.
Kibbe,
I guess yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Musselman.
Yes.
Tina is here now, so she can vote also.
Tidy,
Yes.
thank you.
All right, you're up, Mr. Kibbe.
Okay. Thank you. I'll try to keep everything going here. We need a motion for the vice president at this time. Open for motions, nominations. Don't all speak at once.
I nominate Matt Hicks.
Okay, there's Matt Hicks is nominated. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, did you get who the second was?
Me, sorry.
Yes, I did.
Tina.
Okay. Any more nominations for vice president? Seeing none, we will close the nominations. All in favor of Matt Hicks as the vice president? We will take a roll call, I guess, sorry.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yes.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe.
Yes. It gets a motion carried. I don't know, Matt. I think Cole was a little slow on voting for you. It might be a no confidence vote. But we'll see. Okay, I guess it doesn't much matter. Next, we'll go with our secretary. Nominations for secretary.
I nominate Candy for secretary.
Okay, we got a nomination for Candy Musselman. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a second. Any more nominations at this time? Okay, move the nominations to be closed. Another roll call vote.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yes.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky.
Yes.
Okay, we got Candy Musselman as our secretary. Next on the agenda would be the treasurer. Nominations for treasurer.
I'll nominate Tina as treasurer.
Okay,
I'll second.
there's this motion and a second. Any more nominations for treasurer? Tina, I see what's on your face. Is that okay?
I guess. That's what I get for being late, right?
Well, yeah, you got usually all the committees too. Our nominations are closed. The roll call vote.
Strange,
Yes.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
that was pretty low. Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. I believe we need to go on to board standards of practice.
We have the consent agenda.
Oh, I thought we already did that. We just did the order. Okay, we got the consent agenda with the addition of Trevor Tebow as the head coach for boys track.
I move
I'll
that
make the motion to
consent
approve the
agenda is
consent
presented.
agenda.
Second.
We have to tell whoever's talking, I think, so.
All right, so Tina, did you make that motion?
Yes.
Okay,
Randy is second.
Got it.
okay, we got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? If not, yes, another roll call.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes. Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Now it looks like we're down to the board standards of practice.
We're not going to read through all of those. If you just want to open up for discussion, if anybody has any questions, and if nobody has any questions, then we'll just do a roll call for an acceptance of those standards of practice.
Okay, if anybody has any questions, they can ask them now, or if not, we can have a motion to accept the standards of practice.
I'll make the motion that we accept the standard practices.
Matt Hicks will second.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second to approve the standards of practice. Any more discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, sorry. Roll call again.
I was hoping you were gonna make it easy on me. Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler.
Yes.
Okay, I believe motion carried. If that's everyone. Authorization of the signatures. Nope, designate depository of funds.
Okay, and the motion is there at the top of the page. Someone wants to make that motion?
trying to find it.
That's the page at top, Manton Schools, motion by.
Yeah, motion by trustee.
Okay, I got this. Motion by trustee Sigler and second by trustee,
I will.
Sarsky.
okay, Musselman to designate Huntington Bank, Forest Area Federal Credit Union, TCF Bank, and MILAF as depositories of school funds beginning January 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2021. Do you want me to do the second one too?
No, that'll be good. You did a good job. Thanks.
Just one motion we're voting on now.
Yep.
And I just wanted to quick mention that we left Huntington Bank on there because TCF Bank is being bought out by Huntington Bank. And so our HSA cards will switch over to Huntington. So that's why we left Huntington Bank on there.
Okay. The roll call then.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes,
Hicks,
Yes. Yes. Hear me?
Strange. Yes. Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Next motion is for the authorize the signatures again.
Yeah, well, the one was depositories. This is the signatures, which is the second motion. We do need to, at the end of reading this off, just mention that we are removing Mark Powers from the signatures. So if we go through and we have a motion and a second, Liz, we don't have to read through all of those, do we? As long as they're posted right there, if they're accepting those?
No, we shouldn't need to read through them all. Now if I could mention on that one real quick, we have, like on the general account, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We already have 4 signature people on that account. So when we took Mark Powers off, we were just going to take the vice president off of that as well. We can add that position back in there if you guys would like to. Otherwise, we have 4 signatures on that account already. So I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that.
4 should be plumbing.
Okay, that's what I was thinking as well. And then whoever needs to be added to the signatures because of the change in position on the board, we will have paperwork for those people to sign.
We can just stop in the office. Okay.
Yes, Sharon had that paperwork.
Okay. I forgot where I'm at now. Though. Are we looking for a motion now for the signatures? Okay, we're looking for a motion and a second for the authorize the signatures as presented.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Is that Candy and Tina?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. No, man. Roll call again.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
yes,
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange, Ziegler,
Yeah.
Tidy.
Yes.
Musselman.
Yes.
Is that everyone?
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Try to go down to the pool of the legal counsel.
Yes.
And you're going to present that?
We just would like to appoint 2 law firm as the school's attorneys.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, got Andy for a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second, Tina.
Tina, second. Roll call.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe.
Yes. Okay, motion carried. Okay.
We'd like to appoint Baird, Cotter, and Bishop as our auditor.
Randy will make that motion.
Matt will second.
Okay, we got a motion by Randy, second by Matt, to authorize Baird, Cotter, and Bishop for our auditors. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yes.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Gonna set the meeting dates as presented.
If you want to take notice of the June meeting, the only one is on the 23rd, so that we can do the budget hearing at the same time.
So you can have all our bills in.
Yep.
Everything's still the same.
The motion to accept the schedule.
Randy
I'll
will
second.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? If not, we got a motion and a second to set the meeting dates as presented. Roll call.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion carried again. Let's move on to designate the person to post the board meetings. That is Julie Harmon and Leonard Morrow.
I'll make that motion, Randy.
Hicks will second.
Okay, motion by Randy, Matt for the second to approve Julie and Len for the designated board meetings. Roll call.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange.
Yes.
Okay. Motion carried. I think we're down to delegate election responsibilities to Sharon Burns. Is our recommendation.
I'll make that recommendation, Candy.
Randy second.
Got a motion by Candy and a second by Randy for Sharon Burns for the election responsibilities. Roll call.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Now we'll go back down to the fun part, the appoint the committee membership. We've got a few changes because we've lost some people. Trying to see my list. We normally put the new people on and replace the older people that left. Especially by doing Zoom, that might be the simplest unless somebody has an issue. Right now, we've got Finance and Building and Grounds is Candy, Matt, and Mark. So would somebody like to take Mark's place on the Finance and Building and Grounds and Transportation Committee?
I can do that. Cole can.
Cole?
Yep.
Okay, got Cole. Strange. Did you get that then, Julie?
Yes.
Do we have to vote on these or do we just appoint these?
If you want to point and vote at the end.
Okay. Next, we've got Policy and Personnel. We got Tina, Randy, and was Jim Morris. Looking for volunteers for Personnel and Policy. Is that you, Randy?
Say what?
I said, is
She's
that
on
Randy?
mute, but I saw her lips move. I think she said yes.
Did she? Okay, I didn't hear
Yes.
anything. Good, I had it
Yes,
written-
Randy.
I had it written down, so I was hoping. Curriculum Committee, Randy, Jim, and Mark. So we got 2 new people there. Which I'm
Yeah, Randy will do that one too.
okay. And looking for Cole to step to the plate.
Here he is. I'll do it.
Okay. It's not really that, it's just once in a while I have some discussions. They don't pay anymore, but Executive Committee is myself, Vice President would be Matt. Secretary was Candy. That's it. So we just replaced Matt with Mark. Negotiations, that's a fun one. Who wants to be on negotiations? I'm not allowed to. I have a relative working as a teacher, so we need somebody to fill in with Candy.
I
Randy
will.
Randy can.
Randy, you
I
get
said
that?
Randy can if she wants to.
I put
Just figured
Randy because he said it first.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay, well, there's one more here too, right behind, so you can step to the plate. Negotiations with the support staff. I got myself and Randy. Alternates are Tina, Matt. How come they got me listed as an alternate and on it? That doesn't make sense.
I think that's for all committees.
Oh, okay. Alternates are for all committees. Okay, so negotiations are myself and Randy. And then alternate for the committees are Tina, Matt, somebody else, and myself.
I could be an alternate.
Candy, is that you?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good one. I was just gonna say, haven't called your name for a while. I think we've got everything. Is that right? Now we need
Yes.
a motion to approve the committee memberships.
I'll make that motion. This is Tina.
Okay.
Candy will
Matt will
second.
second.
Candy hit the first second and then Matt, I think, so whatever. Any more discussion? Roll call?
Musselman,
Yes.
Kitty,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy.
Yes.
Okay, I believe that's all. Motion carried. Now, Glenn, are you gonna deliver our plaques to us personally here tonight? Or you wait till
Not
tomorrow?
tonight, but we'll get them to you at some point. I do have a statement. Manton Consolidated Schools is joining 544 local and 57 intermediate school districts across Michigan to celebrate January as School Board Recognition Month. In a year full of challenges for public education not seen in recent history, our school board members persevered through adversity of 2020 to provide the best possible education for our students. Celebrating School Board Recognition Month is one of the very small ways to express our appreciation for all that they do. School board members represent the views and priorities of their community in the complex system of maintaining and running a district's public schools. They also reinforce the principle of local control over public education, which is an important, highly valued aspect of education in Michigan. Too often, the efforts of school board members go unrecognized. Even though we are making a special effort during January to show appreciation for our school board members, we recognize their contributions reflect a year-round effort on their part. No matter what the challenges lie ahead for our district in 2021, our school board members will continue to govern to improve student achievement and provide exceptional education for all of our community's children. And we will get those plaques to you. So we want to thank you for your service to our district and kids.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate all your support and your help. I think all of us. Let's move on down to Randy's treasurer's report.
Randy's not the treasurer.
You were right last month. Okay, it's presented in front of us. We don't have to prove that anyway, so let's go on down. Any public comment? Anybody online that's got something to say? Trevor? Okay. Somebody on? No comment.
Yep, it says no comments.
Okay, superintendent report.
Just a couple of things. You have the report there. The first one is that you may have seen that public school employees are now eligible to get the vaccine. It doesn't sound like that's going to happen in our county anytime soon. They had requested and opened up the vaccine to 65 and older this week also, and they're in front of line before school employees. They had our local district, our local health department had requested 3,600 vaccines, vials or doses this week. They received 900. So they only received 25 of that. So it's going to be a while before they get to the schools. There are 2 tiers right now. And the first tier is basically going to be those people who have direct contact with kids on a consistent basis. And they would be first in line. And then the employees at the school district that don't have that consistent basis of contact would be the second tier. If there's enough vaccine for everybody, they'll give it to everybody in the district. Otherwise, it'll be one set, and then the other set will get it at another time. Right now, athletics is supposed to start this upcoming Saturday, but the health department has not cleared. You may see that the MHSAA has said that they're going to open up past the 15th or after the 15th, but the health department has to open that up, and they have not done so yet. So we are hoping that winter athletics will begin this Saturday. If they do, they're going to basically continue on as it has, meaning that they will end the regular time, missing the November, December, and half of January aspect of the summer season. Right now, that is yeah. What?
Yeah. Is that the local health department or the state health department?
That's state.
Okay.
Will determine. We're
Will be
hoping that they will provide some guidance to us the next time. They don't tell us when the governor is going to speak. They don't give us any heads up. We learn when everybody else does, and we're hoping that they will open it up at that point. But there's no guarantee that will happen this Saturday.
Okay.
Len, did we get a new contract as far as the EMS being at the school?
We have not. I don't have a contact. I'll reach out to Kelly and see if there's somebody new that we would talk to pick that up. I don't have a contact right now, but hopefully I can get one. Thank you for reminding me, by the way.
Anything else for you, Len?
That's it for now.
Okay. Any questions for Len? JP, anything other than what you got written here?
No, just an update on the remote students. We have 14 that came back face to face, so we're up to 69 that are learning remotely. Other than that, we're good. We're glad to be back, and we're doing a lot of testing.
Any questions for JP? How about Ryan? Are you on even though we don't see you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Just an update on the board report. We did make a decision on Rotary going to do day trips starting the end of February. And Mr. Kibbe and Miss Butcher are going through that, but the kids will have quite a bit of activities, and they'll be heading down to Eagle Village for the rope course and tubing, and be around here hiking and cross-country skiing and geocaching. Everything will be locally, so we'll do day trips instead of staying the night this year. So,
Any questions for Ryan? Okay, anything for you, Sharp?
I just wanted to update that we have 11 students that return to face-to-face at the semester. Still leaves us at about 60 high school students that are still remote. And so we're happy to be back in the building. And because we've been out going quite a while, not seeing our students, but we had really good attendance during the virtual learning, so that helped quite a bit. An actual, pretty low number of failures for first semester, considering that we were not face-to-face for almost 6 weeks. So that's good news, good data to have. Mr. Morrow touched on the winter sports aspect of it. Tomorrow evening, we are hosting the Class D quarterfinal volleyball game in our gym, and they did decide for tournaments for the end of the volleyball season and football season that they were going to allow some spectators. So we're hoping that goes into winter sports, because as of right now, winter sports are no spectators. But tomorrow night for that quarterfinal that we are hosting, each team is allowed 50 spectators. So Mr. Bender and I have been working closely on the logistics of that for tomorrow evening. And then hoping, fingers crossed, that everything starts up again on Saturday. And then we also have some exciting news. We were awarded baseball districts and softball regionals for host sites. So they're liking having us host things at our school. So it's fun to be able to do those big events and those big things, even in these times where it's challenging, and we have all different types of restrictions, but that's what's going on with us.
Okay, sounds good. Any questions? Move on for Liz.
Hello. I just wanted to mention that we are still waiting for further information on the latest federal coronavirus relief package and how much of those funds will be coming to the schools. So we are just waiting for more information and guidance on how we can spend that. And we are happy that the 3% FICA issue may finally be coming to an end here. At least we see light at the end of the tunnel for that, and hopefully at some point, I don't want to say when, but at some point we will be able to get refunds out to the employees who paid in FICA on that. So as I said, my thing's still a work in progress. So that's it.
Questions for Liz? Okay, thanks, Liz. Gonna move on to I guess some new business. We got first off the parent contract report.
That's the two-way communication we have to report every month. For week 1 of December, we had 99%. Week 2, 97, and week 3, we had 94%. So those are really good numbers, considering week 1 was a virtual week of December. So.
Okay. So we have to vote on these, right?
Nope.
No.
You'll have to vote on the next one, but not on the first one.
Okay. Any questions on the contract report? If not, we'll move down to B, reaffirm the COVID-19 learning plan.
We are going back to our original plan. We did have to make an adjustment last month again because we were shut down at the high school for the entire time, except for for the entire time. And since the Monday and Tuesday we didn't come back, that the governor said we could come back, we had to make the plan change stating that everything was virtual for that month. So now we are changing back to our plan to face-to-face. So there are no changes from the original. We're just going back to the original plan, and you have to vote that that's okay to do that.
Okay, we need a motion and a second to reaffirm the COVID-19 learning plan.
I'll make that motion. This is Tina.
Candy will
Okay.
second.
Got a motion by Tina, a second by Candy. Any more discussion? There'll be a roll call.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Sigler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. On this next one now here for the second reading and adopting of the Neola board policies. Item 35, number 1. For our new board members, I guess best you can do if you want to spend a few hours to read some real boring things, or you could abstain, or you could vote yes or no, it doesn't matter. But we do need to pass it, so I'll put it politely, that's the best way I can do.
Just so the new board members know, we do that at least normally about twice a year. They have a spring and a fall. Sometimes they throw some emergency ones in there. The emergency ones are normally the ones that kick in because there's something going on, like COVID. So they put some new rules in for COVID. But the other ones are just changing the language normally to make it meet the new legal requirements that might be coming down the pipe. So normally it's just some verbiage that's changed on the policies, and the gist of them normally stays the same.
And then also, normally we'd have our first reading. If anybody has any questions that they want to talk about it later or up, they can just get a hold of Len. Then the second time is when we have the second reading and the adoption of it. So that's where we're at now. So I need a
And
motion.
I did put these policies in the new board members packets last month. So they did get to see the
Okay,
first part of it.
okay. Didn't know. So we need a motion to go ahead and adopt the Neola Board Policies, Volume 35, number 1.
Randy will make that motion.
Matt will second.
Got a motion by Randy and a second by Matt. Any more discussion? Roll call?
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Sigler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe.
Yes. Okay, motion carried. Down to discuss the non-homestead operating millage renewal.
Yes, the last time we took the non-homestead millage renewal to the voters was in November of 2016, and you had elected that for 5 years. And so this year, we need to take that to the voters again so that we can levy. Well, in 2021, we can still levy, but we have to have that in place before December. So we need to make a decision on when we'd like to take that to the voters. The regular general elections that we can kind of tag on to so that there's no additional cost. Taking it to the voters by having a special election are either May 4th, August 3rd, or November 2nd. And so we just need to make a decision, the board needs to make a decision on when they would like to take that millage renewal to the voters. And last time also, it's to continue the 18 mills, and then we also went for an additional ½ mil last time, so that when a Headley rollback happens, we don't go below the 18 mills. And if he has any questions on that, you can get a hold of me and I can explain that. But I'm going to ask the attorneys once we get back with a date if we would be allowed to go for that additional ½ mil. I think it would be a good idea so that when and if we have a Headley rollback, then we can continue to stay above that 18 mil mark. Does anybody have any preference? If we wanted to do it May 4th, we would have to adopt a resolution at the next board meeting. Otherwise, we can take our time to get everything together.
that
the
on
others.
for elections, makes sense, but then the only disadvantage is that for some reason that was to fail, we'd be out of luck. Is that right?
Right, so if we went with the August 3rd, if that did not pass, then we could take it on the November 2nd if we had to.
Haven't we in
And-
the past usually do it on the August?
Was that a motion?
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure prior to this, Candy. The November, when we did it in November 2016, that was the first time we had done it since I became business manager. I'm not sure when it was done before that.
We used to do it on a yearly basis. And what was nice is the last time that we did it, it was a 5-year. And the reason we did it on a yearly basis was we just kept moving it back up to 18. When we did it in 2016 and
Okay,
asked for the extra, every year when
That's
it
right.
dipped down, it was 18 point this, 18 point that, until we're now to the point to where it's going to dip below the 18 again. So it was kind of nice that we asked for extra. So we didn't have to do it every single year. And my suggestion would be we do the same thing. So we can go out some distance, and it's not a tax increase. We just have to get that out and let people understand that. But for the people who didn't know that, we used to do it on a yearly basis, vote on that. And we've been able to stay away from it for, almost 5 years. So it's been nice.
Mhm.
So we'll look for a motion and then a date for this deadly override.
I would ask for 2 motions. In the same motion, I would ask that we add, if we can, do the extra half, and that we do it
Right.
in August, like Candy had stated.
That we ask for the extra hit in August.
Okay,
Tina will second.
got a motion from Candy and a second from Tina for the extra half on the non-homestead operating millage and have the vote, the election August.
Liz, what was the August date?
August 3rd.
Thank you. Hicks,
Yes.
Strange,
Yep.
Sigler, Tidy,
Yes.
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. I think we're down to the FCRA. Too many acronyms through the school year. Just come to us.
We've been told by our law firm that I don't have the power to do this by myself. So I am requesting the ability to allow our employees to use the COVID time. Right now, what that sort of looks like is the federal government passed a law stating that people were guaranteed basically some paid sick leave through this time. And so there's 10 days that people can have. That expired December 31st. I'm just looking for permission to extend that to May 31st. People will get 10 days at no cost to themselves. We bill it off to COVID. Will be okay with that. And then we'll see if they let us extend it past the 31st. And that would be my recommendation. After those 10 days, what we do, just so you are aware, is if we have an employee who has come in contact with COVID and they have to take time off in the course of their duties here at the school, we don't charge them that time. If I ask somebody to stay home, we think that's on us. They're doing their job. And then after those 10 days, if it happens to be a situation where someone calls me up and says, hey, my husband has it, so I have to quarantine, well, those days don't fall on the school any longer. They were given 10 days, and if they are taking more than the 10 days, then that would have to come out of sick time for those employees.
So just for my question, in order to use any of those 10 days, you have to have at least a good reason to use them, either close contact or-
We've been trying to keep COVID out of here. And so we've been pretty relaxed with that. And I have asked people not to come in because under certain circumstances, the health department doesn't say that people have to stay home. But we have a principal that can attest to the fact that we kept COVID and kids in the classroom because we just asked an employee to stay home for a couple of days because they thought their spouse might have COVID. We said, well, you stay home while they get tested just till we get the results back. And it came back, and we were able to save the district a lot of headache. And we've been doing that all along since the beginning of the school year. So there are some specific criteria, but we have been very open to trying to make sure that people stay home when they're sick, and been very relaxed on that so that we can make sure that we're keeping COVID out of our school.
So you're comfortable with it?
I'm comfortable with it. And just so you are aware, we don't have any confirmed cases of transfer of COVID here at the school. Both times that we had to shut down was because of the number of staff that we were going to have that were impacted. And it didn't have anything to do with COVID and the amount of COVID that was going from person to person. So we have been very fortunate up until this point. Hopefully for the rest of the school year. I don't want to say up until this point, but yeah, so I'm comfortable with it. I've talked to both unions. They understand it's not a change from what we talked about at the beginning of the year. I just think it's fair for our staff to keep trying to keep everybody safe, our students and our staff.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? If not, we need a motion.
Len, I have a quick question. This is Liz. So if they've used their 10 days and then you ask them to not work, then those, so like day 11, 12, 13, those would not be counted against the employee, is that?
Correct. If I'm asking them not to come in, then we're not going to count that. And we'll have a letter agreement with the union stating that, so.
Okay, and they'll be paid, obviously, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because my one question is maybe if we could include in this motion is to like designate any of those days over 10 days as like emergency sick leave days, something like that, so that we can continue to report those hours to the retirement office. And because if they were to ask for support on why we reported those days, we would have the board minutes to show that we'll call them emergency sick leave days. If that sounds.
That would be great.
Okay.
So our motion has to be, besides extend the FFCRA through the school year, what add to it? What, emergency sick leave?
And add to it the fact that anything over the 10 days, the school has the discretion to use emergency sick leave.
Okay, somebody get that.
I got it.
Is that a motion?
Make
This is Brandy. I'll
motion.
make the motion.
Candy.
Anybody hear who it was? I didn't get it.
I think it was Candy.
Did
I'll
Candy
second
make the
that.
motion? Brandy
Okay.
can second?
I've
Yes.
got Candy and Brandy.
Okay, I got Candy and Brandy and Randy. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, roll call.
Strange,
Yep.
Ziegler,
Yes.
Tidy,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Hicks.
Yes.
Sorry, Saharsky. I'm a little out of order here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Liz, thank you for that. That's really good for our employees to add that piece. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Candy, did you vote?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't catch it. Okay, any public comment or feedback from the extended learning plan?
No comments, it looks like.
Okay, other matters, we got to set a date for the superintendent's evaluation.
We
When
don't
do
have, we don't have to set the date yet. We just want you to be aware that we're going to be doing it in March or April. So
Okay.
keep it on your radar that we'll be doing that.
It'd be nice if we could hold off a little bit and maybe get back in person for that.
Yeah.
Correct. It would be nice to do it that way. And then the only other thing under other matters would be the fact that as soon as Liz gets the concrete numbers from COVID, the relief bill, then we're going to want to meet with the finance committee to discuss how that money can be spent. And we'll probably have some department heads come in and have that conversation also. We sort of have some ideas of improving some different things, air quality and things like that, that if the money comes through, we'd like to do. So.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody have any questions or comment? The motion adjourned.
Randy motions to adjourn.
I'll second for Candy.
Candy's got a second. Randy's got the first. I guess go ahead with the roll call.
Sigler,
Yes.
Heidi,
Yes.
Musselman,
Yes.
Kibbe,
Yes.
Saharsky,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Strange.
Yep.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Motion
Well-
approved. Adjourned. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Brandy. And